Welcome back to Special Friends Podcast. My name is Mary Santora.
And I'm Sara Huntington.
And we are depressed.
Are
we depressed? I don't know what we are.
No, I think we just had busy. I think I can't speak for you, but it's just I'm a little tired.
Yeah, dude.
It's 11:30 at night, and we finally got the time to record, and this is the only time that we have available.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we're just tired. That's all.
We're tired. I'm annoyed. I've had a bad day. I haven't even had a bad day. I've just been in a bad mood all day.
Yeah.
Not all day.
It's so funny because we were driving in the car. Again, I'm oblivious 90% of the time, but I thought we were having a fine day, and then I'm talking about something about when we can record this, and you just go, I'm in a bad mood.
No, I said I'm getting really aggravated.
I'm getting really aggravated. And I was like, with what? Because I thought maybe it was the traffic. And you're like, just the day right now. And I was like,
well, because I felt like we weren't having a very good day.
Well,
because everything we tried to do failed.
Right.
We, hold your mic to the side. Everything we tried to do, hold it wherever you want. I don't care. I'm nitpicking because I'm annoyed. We were going to adopt a cat today.
Yes.
And so we drove to Brooklyn. It's in Park Slope. If anybody's in New York, Astoria to Park Slope is not an easy place to get to. Yeah. Driving is an hour. Train is an hour and 20. But there was this adoption event today. So we went, and still not gay, by the way, us going to Brooklyn for an adoption event.
The lady did go, are you guys together?
Yeah.
And we just had to say yes, because we were there together, adopting a cat together. But I was like, definitely. She's like, oh, this is cute.
Oh my God, I love that for you guys.
It's your third. That's so exciting.
I love it. But we go there, and it's an adoption event, but it's in a food truck, but full of cats.
It was a food truck.
It was a food truck full of cats. It's a food truck that they took the window off of where you order the food and put glass there,
so
and
you
made
could
it
see the cats.
Yeah, they made it into a mobile shelter. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
And you could only go one at a time or two at a time if you're together. And by the time we got there, there was only 4 cats left.
It was from 12 to 4, and we got there at 2. No, we got there at 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, they only had 4 cats left.
And we have a bit of a criteria.
Mm-hmm.
So the only ones that were left were 10 years old.
And then that was it. There was 2.
Yeah.
A 10-year-old and a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old or something like that. Yeah. We need a kitten because Chloe is a dick mouth and can't leave Duchess alone. And she's all energetic. So we did that, and then it didn't work out. And then we're like, well, we'll just go to the shelter that's closer to our house, and there'll be more of a selection. And then we went to this cute little mocktail bar. That was good. I was annoyed at you for not eating enough of your waffle.
Well, I don't like waffles.
Why did you want us to order it then?
Because when I got those Kodiak waffles, shout out to Kodiak waffles.
Hashtag not an ad.
Not an ad.
Will be.
But yes.
If you'd like it to be.
I have never liked waffles, pancakes, French toast. Hate them all. I hate all breakfast breads. And I got those waffles because there's 20 grams of protein in them or something. It's a crazy amount of protein for bread. And so I got them. I'm like, if I hate them, whatever. They're $6. Loved them. Craved them every morning.
You did. You went through them in 4 days.
Yeah.
Or 6 days. Less than a week.
I have not liked a waffle since I was 6 years old. And I ate those and I loved them. And then I was like, well, maybe I just like waffles now. Your taste buds change every, 7 years? Mm-hmm. And I started a new medication and I'm starting to crave sweets. So I'm like, I probably just like waffles now.
Yeah. But
then we got regular waffles and I was like, I want my protein waffles. It wasn't ew, this is bad for me. It was I genuinely like the protein waffles better.
Yeah.
This sounds so salesy, but I'm being so for real right now.
We got this giant waffle to split and she took 2 bites of it.
I ate half of mine.
You ate a quarter of a waffle. You ate half of your half. And I'm looking at you and I'm like, you're so annoying.
The cocktail was great though.
It was
I got
great.
A horchata. I forget what it was called, but it was kind of like a horchata latte.
It honestly tasted like a chai latte.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then we did that. So I was annoyed that we couldn't see the cats in the food truck. And then I was annoyed that you didn't eat your waffle.
That really hurt your feelings?
It didn't hurt my feelings. I was just like, you're so annoying. Why don't you eat food? You eat 600 calories a day, and it made me mad.
No, and I ate a pizza. I ate pizza.
You ate a slice of pizza. But here's what started the annoyance with the food. Earlier in the day, I had a breakfast quesadilla, which was egg whites, turkey bacon, and 1 keto 0 carb thing. So the whole thing was probably only 300 calories. And you had 1 sliver of it. You had 50 calories before we left. And then you ate a piece of pizza. You had 2 iced coffees. And I'm like, is this what men feel like when their girlfriends don't eat all day? Because I can't look at you.
I had a little sliver of a quesadilla.
You had 50 calories, two iced coffees, and a quarter
half of a vape.
A quarter of a waffle. So I was annoyed to begin with. And then it takes us an hour to drive there, which normally an hour drive is like nothing. But the traffic is so bad trying to get from Astoria to Brooklyn. It's terrible. It's like rush hour traffic for an hour straight. And then we're like, well, let's go to this cat cafe.
There was a cat there that I really wanted.
A cat cafe.
Siamese.
We looked him up online. She loved Domino. Did you call him Damien?
Siamese.
Oh, Siamese. There was a cute little blue-eyed. Chloe has blue eyes. They could be brother and sister, right? So we go 30 minutes, more traffic, to the cat cafe. And we get there, and they're like, we're booked up.
Also, I would still adopt from them, but I did not enjoy that girl's demeanor.
That girl sucked.
She's like, did you make a reservation?
I'm like, for a cat cafe? I thought you came in here and like had a coffee and hung out with cats.
Yeah. And
that's what I thought cat cafes were.
No, like you have to make a reservation. And we're like, even if we're not coming here to hang out with the cats. We don't want coffee. I've already had 2 coffees. I'm burping up my coffee right now. I've already had 2 coffees. I don't want coffee. I don't want a cafe. I want that cat.
Yeah, I want to adopt a cat.
And she's like, yeah, it's just by like a
appointment only.
Appointment based only.
And then here's what pissed me off. She had her computer open. And I said, well, do you have any more appointments today? And she was like, you can scan the QR code. And I was like, you can't look at it on your computer? I don't know if you could tell that that's where I was getting in the day. That I was like, well, I'm just going to say it. Because now I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated with the whole day. Your computer is open. And she's like, yeah, you're just going to have to you're going to have to scan the QR code. And I was like, you can't see it in there. And she was like, well, I can check. I'm like, yeah, that's the whole fucking point of you having an appointment computer open. You got to check people in, right? So you would be able to see when the next opening would be.
No, that was a moment where I was like, I'm glad you said something because I was reaching that point. Well, I probably would have just been like, because I even said like, even if we just want to adopt it, I was like, because I want Domino. I want
we
that
know the cat we want to see and visit.
And so that's when you were like, just look at the computer.
I was like, you can't tell. Well, it looks like maybe like 5. I don't know. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't know? She's like, you have to go on
the best thing to do is just do it yourself, honestly.
So that pissed me off.
But have a great day.
Yeah. Okay, hope to see you soon. Do you? It kind of feels like you want us to die, honestly. And then you had to go meet your friend for your acting class. And so then it was an hour drive home in more traffic. And then by the time I got home, I was hungry again, but I didn't want to eat. And then my leftovers weren't tasting good. And it was just like, I'm also PMSing. So that was like, I was just not everything on top of one another. I'm like, screw it, dude. I'm going to nap. I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
I'm just going to lay down.
Yeah.
And then I woke up more angry from the nap. I woke up like I had wasted the day.
Can I say?
Yes.
I've never woken up from a nap and been happier than when I went to sleep.
I always am. When I'm like tired and I'm like, I feel like I need a nap, I usually wake up pretty like, okay, I feel good, but I'm an avid napper. I've always been a napper.
That's why I don't nap, because every time I take one, I'm like, fine, I'll do it. I'm exhausted. I wake up and I'm more tired. I'm angry and my breath is stinky. I'm like, now I'm just in a bad mood because I took a nap at 2 p.m. and it feels like the day went away from me. I just like, I don't have trouble falling asleep at night either. So that helps. Like, granted, I fall asleep at 1 o'clock in the morning. So by not having trouble falling asleep.
Yeah, but you don't need to be up at 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like.
That's my therapist was asking me that. She's like, do you have any trouble with sleep? And I was like, no, not really. She's like, so what's your schedule like? And I'm like, well, I go to bed between like 1 and 2 a.m. and wake up when I feel like it. Yeah. So like, no, I don't struggle with sleep. Like,
right. So I woke up.
You only struggle with sleep if you have a job that makes you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I've always been able to sleep anywhere at any point in the day.
Same.
And
I think that comes from growing up with a family that took me to bars when I was a kid.
Yes.
Because I would fall asleep in the booths.
My dad would take us to the horse track.
Yeah.
It's like people screaming, bells going off, you're passed out on the bench. You're like, screw it, dude.
Yeah.
Buses,
yeah. Plus, I always as a kid, wanted to fall asleep at 8 p.m. no matter what. Yeah. Slumber parties, always missed out on stuff. That. But I think it's just from like I could fall asleep with chaos going on. Yeah. In fact, I kind of fall asleep better with chaos going on. Noise? Yeah.
So, I've never had trouble sleeping. If anything, I sleep too much. Where I'll sleep 14 hours through the night. Yeah. And then I'll wake up and I'll be tired, and then I'll do 2.5 hours of work, and then I'll take a 2-hour nap. But then after that 2-hour nap, I feel really good. And I'm up to like 3.
Does this ever happen, though, where you sleep maybe 6 hours and you feel more refreshed?
I have been waking up when our neighbor leaves at 6:30 in the morning, and it's been really hard for me to go back to sleep. And this is since they moved in, so for like a month. And so they leave at 6:30 in the morning, and then I'm up until like 8 or 8:30, and I'm like, I should just get up and do something. But I don't want to because it's 6:30 in the goddamn morning and I want to sleep. Yeah. But I'm like, I bet if I got up and I did something and then I got tired at 10 or 11 and then I slept until 1, I'd probably feel great.
No, because that's happened to me where I was working a 9 to 5 on top of doing comedy. So I was going to bed still at like 2 a.m., but then waking up around 7 a.m. every morning. Best I've ever felt in my life. Yeah. Do you know how annoying that is? That's Brian, the best I ever felt was when I was getting 6 hours of sleep a night.
Brian is my boyfriend is a garbage man, so he wakes up. His alarms start going off at 4:45. He doesn't get out of the bed until 5:20.
Why is it so much colder when an alarm goes off at 4:45 in the morning compared to like 8 a.m.? Like the room feels cold and gross.
Well, because it's cold outside.
Even in the summertime, though?
I'm annoyed because he lets his alarm go off for 40 minutes. Every 8 minutes for 40 minutes. Snooze, 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 snooze. I'm like, get up. Get up. Because now I've been up for 40 minutes. I hate it so much. Anyway, but he goes to bed 10, 11, sometimes 12, 1. Wakes up 4 hours later, works all day. Yeah. Doesn't bitch. I'm like, I don't know, man. Anyway, so I'm in a bad mood. So I try to do all of the things you're supposed to do when you're in a bad mood. Right. Self-care. Mm-hmm. What I want to do is get hammered. That's what I want to do. When I'm having a bad day, let's do a couple shots. Yeah? Let's go rob a bank. Let's crash a car.
Ooh.
Right?
That's new.
Fuck a stranger. That's what I want to do. I want to go gamble and have 5 raspberry martinis and take a Xanax and see where I wake up tomorrow. Ooh. Wouldn't that be good? Doesn't that sound great?
Casino. That sounds beautiful. Actually, I'm not into downers at all. But
have you ever mixed them though? You ever mixed booze and?
I'm already a pretty sleepy person, so
nice. Maybe that's like my problem.
You'd find me. Not even at the probably just at the casino floor.
You start to feel good from the first martini, and then you pop the Xanny, and then you're like, "Whoa, this is like you're walking through a hot tub everywhere you go."
We
have
just kind of very opposite love of drugs, though. I
really love downers. I do. Yeah. I like being like. I think we've talked. I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast before, where I just love like melting into the couch. I want to just be like. But this is your brain on drugs from the 90s. I think we have talked about this.
Have we talked about it on here?
Was it on here?
I don't think so.
I want to be just like this.
Also, Mary doesn't have pants on, so.
I don't have pants on.
Good thing the table's here.
I don't have a bra on either. And you can't make me because this is America, and while I still have my rights, I'm going to wear my blanket. Sarah bought me this depression blanket, and she had no idea what she was doing when she did.
You have worn it substantially more than I was expecting.
Want to see this?
For sure.
She bought it for me for Christmas. Ready?
Hole?
Yeah.
Already?
It's already got a hole in it.
You do wear it, I would say, every day.
I wear this thing every fucking day, dude.
Yeah.
Every day. I love it. I love blankets. I love being cozy. I mean, each of us, this house has 40 blankets in it.
Both of us brought...
I think I brought like 6 blankets.
We brought 2... dishes in 400 blankets.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and my purple one 8 that
and
I can
no
see.
Silverware.
And no silverware. We had no silverware.
No silverware, but 40 blankets.
8 blankets, no silverware. We figured it out. Or a mop. We didn't have a broom.
Well, I knew that I said that. I'm like, I'm not bringing my cleaning supplies. I'm not transferring that. I don't know.
You're not supposed to. When you move, you're supposed to get a new vacuum cleaner.
Oh, because of the energy?
You're not supposed to bring old dirt into a new house.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking it was like old spirits.
I mean, I guess if they're trapped in the dirt.
Yeah. You don't want to bring the bad stuff into the new home.
So what I wanted to do today was get fucked up.
Right.
I wanted to take some pills. I wanted to drink. I don't ever really want to get weed high. I want to get pill high. I want to get weed
high sucks.
Like oxy. I want to melt. I want to be like,
you want to forget.
Dude, what are problems?
Yeah.
I don't even know what a problem is. I want to rub my feet together like a grasshopper on top of a blanket that's so soft that my toes feel like they're not even on my body anymore.
You want to forget your problems.
Yes.
I want to solve them immediately.
Because you were a cocaine guy.
Yeah. I'm like, we're going to fucking figure this shit out. Like, and then I'm like, just talk somebody's ear off for 45 minutes about how nothing really matters and it's fine and we're going to get it all together. And have you ever thought about starting a business? And just do that and just repeat that for a couple hours.
That's like 2 days.
No, like I would just like repeat the same sentence over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I really wanted to do.
What'd you do instead?
Journaled.
Mm-hmm.
Gay. Journaled about my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Posted on social media in this blanket about how much I hate feeling and how even 6 years into sobriety, there's still days like today where I'm like, I don't want to feel anything. I don't want to feel anything. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be annoyed. I don't want to be agitated. I want to be sleepy. I want to be sleepy and have my lips feel a little weird. You know, where you going to go like this? Make sure they're still there.
Yeah.
That's what I did. So I journaled. I took a shower. I listened to John Mayer. I made a cup of herbal tea. And I'm all right. I'm doing better.
Yeah.
I called my mom. She talked about her the whole time, but that was fine. It's, takes your mind off of it. She talked to me for a half hour about bingo in the casino.
Hey, that'll help.
She's having a good night. But those are typically those are probably the things I do when I'm having a bad day. If it were daytime, I probably would have gone for a walk. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to go for a walk. Not that you can't walk at night in New York.
Yeah.
You could. Yeah. But I also don't have a winter coat right now. So I was like, it's like 31 degrees outside.
I walked so much today. I got like 15,000 steps.
I did not.
The John Mayer thing, I remember I went through a breakup in college. And I lived with sorority girls, but there was one that I didn't really know. And we just happened to be in the same house on that weekend. And I finally came out of my room and I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm going through a breakup. She was like, yeah, I heard all the John Mayer you were playing. I was like, oh.
I love John Mayer, dude. He's my favorite.
He is my breakup album.
He's got good breakup songs for sure. But he's but
also love. There were songs that I was just like, I've had this.
Dude, my breakup song.
I had love.
my high school sweetheart introduced me to John Mayer. So there is a connection there that'll always be there. But there's, I feel like at least I have taken a band or two from each relationship I've been in.
Oh, yeah.
Where my high school sweetheart was John Mayer. He introduced me to John Mayer. Mm-hmm. My ex-fiance was Zach Brown.
Yeah.
I'm in love with Zach Brown, but he introduced me to Zach Brown, and then I do and actually Brad Paisley, and do a deep dive, kind of country music in general, because I listened to country music growing up, 90s country, and then I was away from it the 2000s were just so good for hip hop and R&B.
True. The
hip hop rap of the 2000s, please.
Unmatched.
It will never be matched.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar, you're great, but
You're great. Can I dance to you in the club? No.
2000s R&B. Actually, that late 90s R&B.
Yeah, but that's different. I'm talking club songs.
Oh,
Yin Yang Twins. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Lil Wayne, T-Pain, Akon, Baby Bash. The people you forget about.
Yeah, T-Pain.
Brian hasn't given me a artist yet. He likes metal music. It's so bad.
What do you feel like, not that you and Brian are ever going to break up, but what would be something you would take from him? If not music, what's something where it's oh, I got that from Brian?
Probably OCD, cleaning.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a positive thing, but I'm a lot more clean when I'm with him. I don't know if you noticed that even when I come home from a weekend and I come back here, I'm like picking up more and I'm like cleaning more and I'm hovering and stuff like that. But like keeping things I'm not a messy person, but keeping things in a more tidy space and having things look presentable all the time as opposed to having to clean up if someone's going to come over.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, you'd take cleaning from him. I think that's a good thing to take, even if you think like it doesn't necessarily have to be OCD.
Well, he
has
OCD.
Yeah, but you can just be like, I took away tidiness from him.
Yeah. He's also always very prepared. And he's really good at thinking before he speaks, which I am not good at all. Like, he takes a minute. That's why my fights aggravate me between me and him. Because I'm like, well, just say it if it's on your fucking mind. And he's like, can I have a second to listen to what you said and process it before I repeat? I'm like, no, that's not how fights work, idiot. Say something right now.
That's not how fights work. Not you fighting how fights work.
Because I get annoyed. And he'll like, I need to walk away. And then he walks away and I follow him into the fucking living room. Like, what are you doing back here?
Yeah.
You need to be alone?
Yeah.
Tell me why you need to be alone. And he's like, get out of this room.
Yeah.
Give me 5 minutes to be by myself and collect my thoughts. But yeah.
Yeah. I think
he's a very level-headed, normal, like, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And I can learn a lot from that.
Yeah. I think, well, we talked about this, just you and I think my very first my high school to college boyfriend was very level-headed, very calm, never picked fights, and was one of those people where it's like, I have to walk away. Give me a minute to get my bearings. So I think it made my fights in relationships a lot easier because that was the standard that was set for me at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And so then if it wasn't like that, then I'm like, why are you talking to me like that?
Yeah.
Like, I did have an ex-boyfriend we fought a lot.
Yeah.
But there were just moments he would kind of like pop off on me and I'm like, who do you think you're talking to like that?
See, and I'll say that. Do you say it?
I would. I'd just be like, and like, he would kind of like step back when I would say that, where I'm like, who do you think you're talking to like that? In a kind of a calm way where I'm like, we're not going to talk to each other like this.
Good for you.
That's not how you talk to me. That's not how you talk to somebody that you love.
I'm a hothead, dude. When I get angry, I get lippy. And Brian, what he does, he will take his time, but he likes to say things under his breath after I walk away. So we'll be arguing about something, and I'll like walk into the other room, and I'll hear, and I'll come back out, and I'm like, did you want to say that louder? And he'll be like, leave it alone. I'm like, no, I'm not going to leave it alone, because clearly you have more to say. So if you have more to say it, and we'll talk about it. Well, I'm just saying, blah, 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 blah. I really do push that, man. Yeah. I'm sorry, baby. I love you so much. You're so great. You're so great. And
no, that's how my whole family was growing up. So now I don't want to be so hot-headed. And then I saw such the opposite at such a young age, which was nice. At like 18, I got to see what a normal fight looked like, where it wasn't, we're all going to scream at each other for the next 2 hours until it's resolved. And then we're all going to hate each other. And then somebody's going to be like, do you want food? And then and then it's over. Like, I'm like, that's not how I want to fight ever again.
Solve anything.
Yeah. But still, like, the only people that can bring that out of me still is my family.
Oh, I scream at my family.
Still to this day, like, my brother, it took to so much not to pop off on him on this text message side. My dad, I guess, is having like heart problems now. I think it's just because he can't stand that he doesn't have attention right now. But that's another story. My mom got too much attention with the cancer, and he's like, I got a heart thing going on, too.
Oh, my God.
I have to get a stress test. My dad has never sent us a family group message in my entire life.
Right.
I didn't even know this was going on. He sends us this, my mom gets cancer, and now he has 7,000 things wrong with him. He's on his deathbed. He might die. I'm like, just let her have fucking cancer, dude. Yeah. Just let her have this thing.
Right.
Like,
is that in the divorce that he also gets 50% of the attention?
Yeah, he gets 50% of sickness as well.
And that's what it meant by in sickness and in health, is that it's like,
50-50 split in the divorce.
I also need you to feel bad for me, even if my shit's fake.
Yeah.
I'm cussing a lot on this episode. I don't normally cuss this much.
So he's like, I'm getting a stress test done for his heart. And so I don't know about this. He hasn't informed me of this. I had no idea that any of this was going on. And so I'm asking questions in the group message. I'm like, well, why did you go to the hospital? Well, why didn't they give you a stress test when you got there? Why are you going back next week? And he's like responding. And my brother just goes, pick up the fucking phone and call him, Sarah. And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to say 5,000 things.
Oh, yeah. You should.
To him. And I said nothing.
See.
And that is growth.
That is growth. Boring, but growth.
Oh.
Do you know how many times I have had to ask Brian, am I the problem? And he's like, yes.
A little bit.
He's like, you can't let things go.
Yeah.
Especially in my family group chat. Because if someone starts to say something and I'm like, you're so wrong. You're so wrong, and I need to tell you how wrong you are. We've gone over how much I love and I told you so. I love and I told you so. So I need you to come to the realization that you've been wrong the whole time. Okay?
Yeah.
And let me tell you why. A, B, C, D.
Now let me give you a list.
I'll give you an alphabetized list of all the reasons why you're wrong. And then when you finally have an enlightening moment, come back to me. You can apologize. I'll accept it because I'm a bigger person. And then we'll have a better relationship.
I'm a really good person and you're not.
And it's taken years and years of therapy and seeing Brian handle things normally for me to turn around and be like, okay, so like this whole 4-hour fight in the group chat was my fault, right? And he's like, yeah, that was your fault. You should probably not do that.
Because it really only takes, and especially if you come from a family that all pops off, it only takes one person.
And we have 5 siblings, dude.
Yeah.
And it's between me and my one brother, Kyle. We are the ones that are always going to go at each other. And then others will pop in and throw things to fuel the fire. But it's usually me and him.
They just want it for the entertainment. They're like, and another thing.
Or they'll just like one of the...
Yeah. Oh, why'd you like his?
Right.
Is that funny?
Yeah.
Just ha-ha, one of them?
Yeah.
Is what he said funny? Do you find that funny?
Oh, that's hilarious, isn't it? What do you do when you're having a bad day? What are your things that you would do?
Yeah, I love baths.
Ew, body soup.
I love
you
a
shower
bath.
Before you get in it, or do you get in dirty?
I shower before I get in it.
That's better. The people who run a bath and then just get in.
I have. Now I do want to say I've been sick before and just gotten right in the bath. Like I'm just
sit in your filth, dude.
I'm sick, and the only thing that's gonna make me feel better is sitting in warm water. And I don't feel good enough to take a shower.
I guess.
So I just fucking sit.
Do you wash yourself, or do you just?
I just kind of soak. Because it's not like if I'm that sick, I'm not leaving I did it a lot when I was hungover a lot.
And you probably took your shoes off at the bar.
Oh yeah.
And dude, that's so gross. It's gonna get.
I would
your
eat
vagina.
my dinner in there too.
You would eat your dinner in your hangover bar bath?
Yeah.
Sarah, did you constantly have a yeast infection?
No.
That's my big thing on baths, is that I'm worried that the tub isn't clean enough, and if I soak in it, I'm gonna get an infection.
No, I think I trained my vagina out of it.
You trained your vagina.
You know, like when you have
it's so used to being dirty.
You know, like when you have like a slight allergy to something, but you can they in the doctor's office they can give you enough of it that you won't be allergic to it anymore.
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh,
I think you made that up.
I thought
that's not how allergies work, dude.
Oh, I thought eventually you could like grow out of it if you expose your. Because you know, like when you're around a cat and it's a new cat, it makes you like I'm allergic to them. Are you not allergic to cats at all?
I don't think I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, when I first meet a cat, I'm very, like, I was allergic to Duchess when I first got here. But then after time, I've just gotten used to her. But still, if I go in there and I put my face all up in her, then I'll have an allergic reaction. But that's Chloe, crazy. I, like, it just takes time, and I get used to it. So I think that's what I did with my vagina, is I just got it used to
the dirty
baths.
Bar bath water.
Because when I was a kid, I would only take baths, too, and I would get yeast infections when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And they were like, you can't take baths anymore. And I was like, I'll kill myself.
Yeah.
I'll drown myself in this bathtub before I take a shower.
Well, you'd have to drown yourself in the shower. You'd have to find a way to do that. My doctor told me the more you expose yourself to an allergen, the worse it gets.
Oh.
Because that's what happened with me with shellfish. Is I didn't have my first allergic to shellfish until like 2014. And so I ate shrimp and crab and all of it. Huh. And then, and I specifically remember in 2014, I was eating like, you know, the peel and eat shrimp. My lips started to feel real weird, and I broke out in hives all around my lips. Yeah. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then someone's like, are you allergic to shrimp? I was like, I've been eating shrimp my whole life. Like, there's no way. And I took a couple Benadryl, didn't think about it. And then like a couple weeks later, it was during Lent. The bar I was working at had a shrimp and crab quesadilla. And it was so good. And I ate it, and it was like full body breakout everywhere.
Well, at least you could have given up seafood for Lent at that point.
I know, right? Well, then I'm like, oh, so it's definitely this, right? And so then again, that day I took 3 Benadryl and then drove to Pittsburgh to do shows and then drank. That was not a good day. Because I was already like loopy on the Benadryl and then drank all night.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten your blood drawn and then drank?
No, I don't fuck with needles.
Oh.
I don't get my blood drawn unless it's absolutely necessary.
I've done it twice.
No, thank you. But there were people in college that I knew, my friends, that would go donate blood and then get drunk when they were low on money. They would just go donate blood and then they could get hammered off 2 beers.
Yeah.
That's a poor person thing.
Yeah, I did that in college. Donated my plasma and then you get drunk. Yeah, you donate your plasma or
your blood. You make $50 money and then you get hammered on a beer.
On like a shot. Yeah, I did it.
I've never done it, but I had friends who did. I have a real... shots don't bother me as much, but in my veins, I'm afraid they're going to fuck it up because when I was younger, my brother had a really bad bike accident. He was like on some dirt jumps and he tried to do like a handlebar spin and the handlebar went into his kidney and he like fell on it and busted his kidney into a bunch of pieces. God. So he had to get like life flighted, and I went in to visit him a couple days later and a nurse was trying to draw his blood or put an IV in or something. And she was like practicing and she poked him probably 5 or 6 times.
Oh, I've never had that.
And it was but it was like I can see the blood squirting out of his arm onto the white hospital sheet. And that is stuck in my brain forever.
Yeah, that's horrible trauma for you because that doesn't happen very often.
It's the only time I've
never happened to me.
And so now they take it. And I have to like turn my head and have them ask me questions. Yeah. Ask me my phone number. Ask me, my address, whatever. I do not like it.
I don't like getting my blood drawn or like getting an IV or anything. I'm kind of the same way. Like I can't look, but I always remember as soon as I get it done, it's never as bad as I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Like I'm always like, oh, you're done?
It's over. Yeah.
But like I do get that sick feeling in my stomach right before it happens.
Okay. So you take a bath.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You take a bath. What else do you do
I like to take a bath with a candle and like my iPad. I'm an iPad kid when I am trying to feel better. And I normally just put on a good show, like a comfort show.
I'm going to do that to go to bed tonight. I have like 3 or 4 movies that I'll put on and just watch to fall asleep.
Yeah. So comfort shows. And then...
What are your comfort shows?
Friends. Mm-hmm. House. How I Met Your Mother. Okay. A lot of like early 2000s sitcoms, I guess. Yeah. Is that what that categorizes as?
Well, House is a drama.
Yeah.
But the other 2 are
But
sitcoms.
Just stuff that is like, it's not going to make me too sad. It's not going to make me jealous. I'm not going to feel envy. I'm just going to be able to watch.
How often are you watching TV and feeling jealous?
Well, like when you're like in a bad mood and then you're watching a TV show and they're in love and happy and you're like, fuck you.
I think I kind of, when I'm in a bad mood, I want to watch the same movies that I go to. And they're all Disney movies.
Oh, see, I've never watched a Disney movie in my life.
That's crazy. And all of these coping mechanisms come from childhood.
Right.
Because like when my parents were splitting up and my mom's hoarding was starting to get really, really bad, it was Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo was on repeat.
Oh, I have seen Finding Nemo. That's not a Disney movie though, right?
Pixar. Pixar. Yeah.
Is Pixar and Disney the same thing?
They teamed up, but it's all on Disney Plus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
just haven't seen like the early on Disney movies. Like
I lump all like cartoon movies.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah, my parents owned a video store growing up, so I didn't get to watch any of the normal movies that everyone else has watched because that's how they made money. But I have seen a lot of B-rated films.
Ew.
What?
Gross.
Not like B-rated like porn.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
But I watched my first porn with 2 of my high school best friends, 2 guys.
My college roommates.
Yeah.
They showed me porn for the first time. I was like, what is going on? I was like 20. And I was like, what is going on?
I was like 14.
19 maybe, yeah.
Because my dad at his video store, my mom and dad had separate ones, he had an X-rated area.
Yeah.
but you had to be 18 to go back there, that kind of stuff. Well, they were like, Sarah, this is VHS.
Yeah.
They're like, Sarah, steal a porn for us. And so I'm like, okay, I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be liked as a teenager. I'm 14.
You have the in.
I have 2 guy friends. They're my neighbors. I lived so far out in the country, but they would drive a moped down to my house. And we would just hang out and swim and stuff. And they're like, you have to get a porn for us. So I find this one. It's on VHS. Mm-hmm. We put it into the VHS player. It starts playing. They're into it. I'm traumatized.
Oh, you're 14.
I'm 14, but this is also... At this point, it's like, 2008? So, like, everyone was shaving at that point.
Yeah.
The VHS that we had was probably 10 years old. Yeah. So it is full bush, and...
You had pubic hair, though.
I did, but I shaved it immediately because I was a swimmer and a gymnast. Or a diver and a gymnast. Yeah. So it was like, as soon as I got it. Like,
so you see it and you're like...
Mine never even got to that length.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean,
you never saw, like, your mom's or anything? Or did she shave, too?
I don't know. I think my mom and my family, I didn't have a naked family. Did you have a naked family?
I didn't have a naked family, but you know what my family did? They peed with the door open.
Oh, no.
Like, at my sister's house, they still do that. And I still do that.
What about poop?
Everything. You go to the bathroom with the door open.
No.
And, we didn't poop at home. That's actually, let me say that.
Wait, you didn't poop at home? You'd go out to eat to poop?
No, we didn't.
You're like, sorry, I gotta go to the gas station.
Poop with the door open at home.
Okay.
We didn't poop with the door open at home. But we would just go in and pee. Definitely. Yeah. So now that I'm thinking of it, I would like see my mom like pull her pants up because our bedroom was across from the bathroom. So I would see her and I would see like what a hairy vagina.
No, I had a very private bathroom. My dad had his own bathroom.
That's Brian. Brian doesn't even like it when I'm in the bathroom when he's in the shower.
Oh,
if he's in the shower, I'll be like, hey, can I come in and brush my teeth? And he'll be like, can you wait 5 minutes? Like he doesn't like people being in there.
I did not have share a bathroom kind of family. We had 2 bathrooms. And
we only had 1 and 7 people. Oh. So I think it gets to a point where you're like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, one of them didn't have a shower. It was just a toilet. So that was my dad's like pooping bathroom.
Yeah.
It was just for shits.
Yeah.
Just for dad shits. That's all that bathroom was for. It just had a singular toilet and a sink.
When you're not here, I don't shut the bathroom door. Ever.
I don't shut the bathroom door at night. Like if I get up in the middle of the night and use the bathroom. Because like I know I don't wake you up because I walk like a normal person at night.
Here we go. I'm having a bad day. And I was starting to feel better. And now you're making it worse.
No, but I'm just right. I'm right by the bathroom, so I know I don't wake you up. So I don't turn the lights on or anything. I just
when you're not here, the only time I close the door to go to the bathroom is when you're here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what, Brian? I traumatized Brian because I didn't close the bathroom the other day. They came down to visit me. I was in Columbus. It's 2 hours to drive from Cleveland to Columbus. So him and Blake drove down. I was doing shows and they visited me. We stayed in a hotel and it was everything. And so it was great. It was great to see them, like a bonus visit, you know? And I'm actually very glad I'm telling this so you guys can tell me and tell him, I can tag him in this, how normal this is. Maybe not normal to do with the door open, but we were getting ready to go to dinner and I didn't have time to take a shower. So I just hoe bathed it, right? Where you take a towel, wet it, get down there, up in your ass.
Yeah, it's butt, vag, pits.
Yeah. Okay. So I was just doing vag and butt.
Okay.
So I did the vag and then I'm like leaned with one leg up. And I'm
I know exactly what you're about to say.
You know the position.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do the position so people can see it.
You have to be like one foot
like this. Or you put a foot up on the toilet.
Yeah.
Okay? And I didn't close the door.
And you're like, I go this part of my hand and I almost like slice it.
I think I use I use like my palms. Not my palms, my fingertips.
Oh, I use like side of my index finger and just like kind of slide it back and forth back there.
And so he caught me doing this one. And he comes by and he goes, what the fuck
Did you have the door open?
Doing? Huh?
You had the door open?
I had the door open.
You had the door open while wiping your ass?
And he saw me.
Standing up?
And he saw me wiping my ass with a hotel towel.
He's like, I have seen you in a lot of positions naked. That is not okay.
Was so disturbed.
I'm mortified.
He was traumatized. The look on his face where I was like, he's never going to sleep with me again. There's no chance this man ever makes out with me. Like, he's done. And he's like, what was that? I was like, I just wanted to freshen up a little bit. And he goes, how often are you doing that? Like, because this man takes 3 showers a day.
Yeah.
Again, OCD, very clean. He's like, how often are you doing that? I was like, well, just like when I don't have time to shower. He's like, showers take 5 minutes. Like, he started to get like mad.
Just get in the shower.
Yes. Where he's like, just get in the shower. I was like, we're leaving. Like, I'm just wiping it. And I'm like laughing and I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, this is a very common thing.
Yes.
A lot. I know every woman I have ever met has done this. And I'm sure men do it too. And he's like, that is so disgusting. He's like, that's the most vile shit I've ever seen.
It's a lot of work to get into the shower.
Yes.
For a girl, too, because you have to put your hair up. You have
lotion, deodorants, that. And it was just like, it was 30
seconds. A shower
seconds.
doesn't take 5 minutes. The shower itself, but the process after.
That's what I mean.
It's at least a 15-minute
15 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes. And so he caught me doing it, and he was absolutely mortified. But I told him, we're going to post this clip with a poll. Have you taken a hoe bath? It's got to be 100%.
Yeah.
It's got to be 100%. Unless you're a liar.
And, okay, have you taken a hoe bath at least once a month? I would say I do it at least once a month.
I do it? Yeah, probably
once a month.
Also, when I'm just like, I don't want to shower.
We have a bidet. Sometimes I use the bidet, and then I just, like, take a toilet paper or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's kind of the same thing. So if you don't have a bidet, like us,
dude,
because we're very
everybody
rich and
is. He obviously never
famous
has,
and rich.
But he was absolutely mortified that he caught me doing that. Now, I will take the blame for leaving the door open.
Yes.
But I thought this takes 1 minute. Everyone's getting ready in the hotel room. Everyone's changing their clothes.
Yeah.
No one's going to come over here. And he caught me. He was really upset. But anyway.
What else do I do?
Okay. You said you take a bath, you watch your comfort shows. You eat dinner in the bathtub with your iPad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to love that. I have a picture of it with I had like one of those across the tubs, and it was my iPad and then a breadstick with cheese sauce heated up.
Hell yeah.
That I was eating in the bathtub.
That's good for you. I love that for you. If I could eat during a massage, that would probably be the best day of my life.
Oh, yeah.
I will do that. If I'm in a bad mood during the day, I'll go get like one of those Chinese foot rubs, or I'll get my nails done, or I'll do something like that.
Yeah.
Do you do anything like that?
No, because I don't like massages. It's bleach. I know. I don't like massages, but today I was at the nail salon. I don't like massages, one, because I don't like the feeling of vulnerability of being naked around a stranger. Okay. That's what it is for me, for the most part. So I went to the nail salon today because I had some time in the city, and she did a really good job. And here in New York, when you get a manicure, they also massage you a little bit.
Yeah, like your shoulders, your back, or whatever.
So she did it, and I was like, oh my God, that felt so good.
Dude.
And I don't like massages. And she was like, do you want to do 10 more minutes?
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah.
I'll say yes forever. You'll never stop.
Yeah. And she put me on one of those chairs.
Yeah, you're in the chair. One time I was at a nail salon and they did my nails while I was in the chair.
Oh.
So I ended up getting a half-hour back massage while they did my nails.
Oh my God.
It was like $200 by the time I was done.
I paid $200 for that.
But it was like I got a mani, pedi, and a massage while. So like I'm falling asleep.
Where was this at?
This is in Midtown. It was right next to where I would do radio.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might have to go there because massages for me, it's always just like a lot. I don't think they feel good, but I do think that they're good for you, and you feel better stress. After. Yeah. And like I just felt myself, I was so tense, and I felt like I had done a lot for the day, and I was a little bit stressed out. And she rubbed my shoulders for like 30 seconds. And I was like, that feels so good for once. So she did the full 10 minutes. That's what I did to relax today. I got a 10-minute massage at the nail salon.
Good. That's good.
But no, I run. That's,
you know what kind of mental turmoil I have to be in to run?
I like to run when I'm in a rut because it makes me not be able to think about anything else besides breathe in, breathe out, only 30 more seconds before you can walk. Yeah. All right, let's just get to that stop sign, then you can walk.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just finish this mile, then you can walk. So I don't have time to think about anything else that I'm upset about except my current state. And they say like when you're in a bad mood, you shouldn't try and think about the future or the past. You should just really get present. That's what what meditation is to be present with the present moment. So for me, running does that for me. It puts me right in the present moment, and I can't think of anything else. Plus, I'll run to I used to run in Indianapolis, the canal. It was very pretty on the water. And now I run to Astoria Park. So there's always a goal when I get there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like now.
Then you could sit and look at the water.
Yes.
And
water calms me down a lot.
Water is my absolute calm place.
But you won't take a bath.
Not in the house, like natural water. You think, oh, what am I, a cat? I'm going to turn the sink on and just lap at it? No. Like natural flowing water calms me down probably more than anything else probably in the world is being by natural water, whether it's a river or a lake or an ocean or whatever it is, just sitting. Waves. And I can really, we've talked about this. Being by water is the only time I truly feel like I meditate. Yeah. Or I can completely check out and just listen to the water. Definitely. Water's a good one.
Same. My favorite is waves crashing into rocks.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
The most tranquil feeling I can feel is when I used to I lived in Florida for 3 months, and we lived it was probably like a 15-minute walk from these big rocks, and the waves would crash into it. Oh my God. It's euphoric to be out there.
It's truly amazing.
Because you're kind of like, oh my brain kind of thinks like, this is so relaxing, but also one wave too big, I die. Oh, and so I have that level of fear as well.
I feel like whenever I get around big bodies of water, it gives me that nothing really matters. Look at how insignificant you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You see how you can't see anything but water? Where are your problems?
Yeah. You see how the earth is flat?
Okay. On that note, we're going to get out of here. So as a quick recap, things you can do to feel better.
I'm not a flat earther.
Become a flat earther. Call a friend, take a bath, get a yeast infection. Right? That was one of your favorites.
Pee with the door open.
Pee with the door open. You can try to take attention away from your ex-wife who has cancer. Guys, this episode is just a plethora of knowledge of things you can help yourself do when you're feeling stressed out. For more tips and tricks, follow us on social media.
This is a self-help podcast now.
You're welcome. Yes. This is our self-help episode at Special Friends Pod on Instagram, specialfriendsnyc@gmail.com if you want to send us some of your, what you do to feel better. And then I'm at Mary Santora Comedy.
At Sara Pop-Tarts.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye.